Hello, come on in.
Dr. Eddie?
Hello.
Walter, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you for seeing me on such short
You
notice.
seemed upset when you called.
Yeah, well, my whole future depends on this, so can you help me?
Sounds serious, Walter. I can sure try.
Thank you.
So you think you're a superhero?
No,
No?
I don't think I'm a superhero.
Oh,
I am a superhero.
Oh, yes, of course. What's your superpower?
Film noir.
Film noir?
You see, right now, I'm just Walter. Mild-mannered and well. Basically shy assistant bookkeeper at Hudson, Turtle, and Wells. But when I need to, I can transform myself into
Walter, this is what I do for a living. You can transform yourself into
Noir Man.
Noir Man?
Yes, Dr. Eddie. I'm Noir Man.
I don't understand what this means.
I was taking this continuing ed film class at USC. We were screening some German expressionism from our new Tritzlet. Film, not video. I got cut off the edge of a piece of the film, and I never since then.
I still don't really understand what all this...
I'm Noir Man. I could turn any moment into film noir.
Any moment? Like, what about, like, right now?
Now?
A simple first visit to the therapist might...
It was a small office, and he was a small therapist. But on the wall, he hung a diploma from a big school back east that liked to hide its secrets behind ivy. And a whole bunch of precedents.
Whoa, okay, I get it.
I suspected him from the first. If he knew as much about human nature as his bona fides claimed, why was he wearing the bow tie and penny loafers?
Walter.
See what I mean?
That was impressive. It kinda went far off from me there. So if I understand
I
the
didn't mention the problem.
you kinda shifted the old genre there, you might say.
Well, that's not the problem. I like my superpower.
You do?
My clothes fit better, there's always a ceiling fan, I like it.
From what I've read about the essence of superpowers, the superpower allows people to live the superhero life that someone normally can't do, to achieve a sort of goal.
Noir Man does that.
You achieve something?
Yep. Most people walk through the world blind, Dr. Eddie. Never really seeing the truth about people. I see the truth. I see the dark underbelly in everyone. I see your dark underbelly, Dr. Eddie.
Well, actually,
I didn't know if I made the little guy nervous, but he started to shake like somebody was making a martini deep inside of him.
Alright, that's enough of that.
If you don't think this is a problem, why does your whole future depend on it?
It's my girlfriend Vera, oh God.
What is it?
We're supposed to get married tomorrow,
Supposed to?
but she says I have to give up my superpower and I guess I have to become plain old Walter again.
I see. She's kind of a rom-com girl. I mean, I love her. She's sweet, she's pretty, she's well-educated, and she smells good, too. From the moment I met her, I knew she was trouble. She was leaning towards the front of an oily dive called the Turning Point. To me and slowly pulled the cigarette out from between her lips. Doc, if I was that cigarette, I would have cried. Then she said,
"You look lonely, mister."
I told her my name wasn't Mister. It was Walter. Walter Wiggles.
Wiggles. That's a funny guy for a man who stands so erect.
Walter, please, can you? Hello, you must be...
I'm Vera, Dr. Eddie.
She thought she'd better come along.
Now, Vera, Walter tells me you don't like his superpower.
I don't, Dr. Eddie. I don't like it at all.
Why is that?
Tell him, Walter.
She says she doesn't like the way I think of her when I'm Noir Man.
I don't, Walter. You look at me like I'm some kind of, I don't know, undermoraled, oversexed, pouty sleaze bucket. Pardon my vulgarity, Dr. Eddie.
It's good to get these feelings out.
And he keeps talking about my underbelly. I really don't like that.
Of course not.
I'm not that kind of girl, am I, Walter?
No.
Sometimes I think that's what you really want. some creepy, dangerous, Black Widow spider kind of woman. I'm a Mormon, Dr. Eddie.
Good for you. Is that true, Walter? Are you unhappy that Vera is such a wholesome, gorgeous, fresh-faced angel of a woman? It's a standard question in therapy.
I love her, Dr. Eddie.
Then you have to give up this crazy way of behaving. Doctor, my whole family has flown in from Salt Lake City for the ceremony. Walter had told me he'd given this up, but today, when I was helping him pick his outfit for the honeymoon, I found these in the back of his sock drawer. He lied to me, Dr. Eddie. He's still Noir Man.
Wow, I guess he is.
I tried, Vera. I wanted to go straight, I really did. But then I met your mom and dad, your Aunt Lenore, and Uncle Brigham. Grandpa Mitt, I just couldn't do it. I have to hold on to those things, or I'll go out of my mind.
They make me feel so dirty, Walter. If you loved me, you'd give them up. The streetlights, the fog, the falcon. You have to make a choice. It's Noir Man or me.
Here's what you could do, and it all depends on what you want. You could have a fine woman, a beautiful woman, a nice-smelling woman, Walter. Or you could continue to be Noir Man. Poor, lonely, poorly lit, isolated Noir Man. And you can't love Noir Man, can you, Vera?
Noir Man doesn't trust me. I think trust is essential, don't you?
I think it's the most important thing. She has to know that you will trust her. I don't imagine Noir Man is ever going to trust like that.
You know it's true.
So what's your decision? What's it going to be?
I don't know.
Please, Walter, are you not going to let me be Mrs. Walter Wiggins?
Well, I will tell you, I like the sound of that. And trust is the most important thing, right, Doc?
I think it's time. The flask, Walter. And everything else.
Are you sure?
Yes. Careful.
No more Noir Man. I'm just Walter, mild-mannered and, well, basically shy assistant bookkeeper at Hudson, Turtle, and Wells. And I trust you, Vera.
Walter, that's just what I needed to hear.
What was the matter with me? I feel like a weight has been lifted.
It has. Thank you, Dr. Eddie.
Vera, what are you doing?
What's the matter, Walter? Have you never seen a gun before?
But, like, what about this whole trust thing?
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? Count to 3 like we're in the movies?
What? I don't understand.
1,
No.
2, 3.
Like I said, Walter, it was a day full of surprises. Here's to you. You were right, Vera. You were all right.
Of course I did. As soon as he left the house, I got the keys to the Buick, his bank deposit, the safe at the Hudson, Tuttles, and Wells. Tanji, we're on our way.
All right. You sure you made the right choice, Stove?
You know what to say. Once you go noir, you never go back.